Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a new wedding series layout for you. For today's video, I am just kind of flipping through and looking at all the photos that I have printed. I still have a lot of photos to print out, but I do have some already printed, and I decide to go with these, I think it's these 4 photos. So I'm gonna just pull out all the pieces. So one of them goes in a pocket page, and then the other one is I believe it's 5 by 8. Then also here I am showing you all of the supplies I used, and I will have a link down below with all of them that I can find at a scrapbooking shop. So I used the at-home collection from, I believe it's Cartabella, and then also these old Amy Tangerine stickers. I was super excited that I found a use for these stickers because these have been in my stash forever, and I actually just recently found a second set of them. So I was like, oh my god, I need to use up these first ones. And there was a bunch of super cute pieces that would go with this pocket page and this layout. So here you can see I am just trying to figure out where I want each of the photos to go, and I decided to keep it in this order. So the pocket page, I'm going to have that photo of Ashley and me standing up at the tree, which was kind of like our altar, I guess you could say. We walked down the aisle to this really pretty tree, and everybody was just kind of sitting under the tree. Some people were in sunlight because there were, 50 people or something there, but it all worked out, right? Okay, friends, now I am going to do some mixed media. So I cut out a cute little floral saying for that other pocket page photo. And then I decided that this right side layout was too bare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the packaging technique, and I really should have done half of the amount of the ink that I did here, because as you can see, this is very dark, and I was kind of like, okay, wow, that was kind of a lot. It was very saturated, and that was not the look I was going for. So I decided to do 2 extra pieces of paper with the leftover ink on the package, and I really liked this one, but I'm gonna decide in the end to go with this page, and I'm just gonna cut out a new sheet. This one turned out a lot better. I really liked how this one came out. So I got done with all the blue, and then I decide, okay, I'm gonna add some pink. And I really like how the pink turned into a little bit of purple because I didn't wash off the package. And so what I'm going to do is I am just going to copy, like I'm going to mark up on this top left of that 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to cut it out, and I'm just going to use that for the photos that I have today. And this blue piece I will just use for something else, or I did put it back in my album if I decide to use a darker blue, but just for the photos today, I just really didn't like the darker blue. So now I'm just cleaning up my Tim Holtz glass mat, and then I'm going to put it away, and we are going to get started on. Okay, now I have cut this down, and I don't have a hole punch that does the 6 holes for the binder, so I had to do each one of those individually with my crocodile little hole punch, and it works out in the end, but I really shouldn't have used a marker to make the holes because part of it stays on there because I don't have a big enough hole punch, The hole punch that's on my crocodile is a lot smaller. So I did try to go back and make the hole a little bit bigger on all of these, but it didn't, I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but it doesn't look awful either. You're not really looking at the holes, right? So it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to start adding the photos to the right side on that layout, and I could not find the other photo. I ended up having to stop the video and go back and see where it was, and apparently it got stuck to the back of my mat, my Tim Holtz mat. So I turned the video off and I found it, and it worked out great. It was just laying on the floor underneath my chair, and I just could not see it. So I am going to glue down these 3 photos. I apologize about the zooming in and out. Of course, I forgot to turn the autofocus off, which happens to me all the time because I am a forgetful Meggy. I am going to add this cute little flower, but I wanted to make sure I had enough room up there at the top. So I'm going to glue down these photos, and then I'm going to put the flower down. Actually, I think I put the flower down at the same time as the photos. I do a lot of hemming and hawing. That's just the crafty Meggy way. And Ashley was working right next to me trying to pick out a few things for her business. And so that's why you see me kind of walk away and then I come back. It's just how my process goes now, right? If you are in the need for a bookkeeper, make sure you contact me or my wife. And I will have a link down below to her LinkedIn, because I believe you can contact her through LinkedIn. Anyway, just a little plug for my lovely wife, who's amazing. So here I knew I needed to add something to that little area right next to the photos. And so I decided to do these little banners with the little saying that says, "We are family." And then I found this cute little sticker, but I didn't want it to be that oval shape. I wanted it to be closer to the flowers. So I spent some time fussy cutting that. And then I'm also going to add another sticker that I'm going to kind of cut into 2 so that it fits a little bit better on the layout on top of the photos. So here I'm adding that second sticker, and then I'm going to kind of put that one down and then put the other one on top. And I think that is it for that page. Then I'm going to move over to the pocket page card. I believe that is a little bit bigger than 4x6. I could be wrong. It could be 4x6. So I'm going to glue the photo down, and then I'm going to glue the cute little framed phrase. And I don't have the layout with me. Let me see if I can grab the photos. Let's see, so I can read that to you. Let's see. Come on, photos. Okay. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. And I just thought that was super perfect for a wedding ceremony kind of moment. Like, this moment was just so us, so perfect. Everything that day just worked out great. So now I'm trying to decide what else I want to do. I know I wanted to add something extra up there at the top with that little burgundy banner, but I wasn't sure what. I kind of wanted a contrasting color, so I wanted blue. So I was going to try this little scallop piece, but then it ended up being too much. So I kind of fiddle around with this area for a minute. Then I am going to decide, I just like the burgundy banner, and I'm going to use this cute sticker that says, "This is our everything." And then I'm going to use the number 7 and a cute little navy flower sticker. It's like a cluster of flowers, and it just works out perfectly. So I'm going to put that down. Let's see. There we go. Now I'm going to glue those down. And seriously, like, this took way too long. I was being super perfectionist with this. I don't know why. It just kept bugging me. That 7 number, because we got married in July, it kept falling in the wrong place. Then I'm going to pick out another sticker to put underneath that framed phrase on the left-hand side of the photo. And I was asking Ashley, okay, which phrase do you want me to use? And I end up going with "You amaze me." And that is it for this layout. Make sure you head on over to Hannah's video. I will leave a link below to her video as well. And I will see you guys again next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.